Sam Stevens, unless you're a real golf nerd like you and I, Andy, probably not a name you're going to be too familiar with. But the second year now, Tour Pro, he's playing some really good golf. Last week's tie for 10th finish at the Rocket Mortgage Classic was his 6th finish inside the top 15 in his last 9 starts, which includes the RBC Canadian Open, the Myrtle Beach Classic, that was an alternate field event, so another kind of watered down field, and the Valero, Texas Open. He hits it a long way off the tee. He ranks in the top 25 in driving distance. And I know I said before that's not a huge metric, but if you can hit it far and keep it in play, it's always going to be an advantage. And he ranks 35th in greens and regulation. While 25th and 35th don't sound great, maybe at the Open Championship in a couple weeks' time, in this type of field where there's only one top 25 player in the world in the field, these are pretty dang good and high on the list of ranking in this field. While some of his other season-long stats don't necessarily pop off the page, he's been doing his best work as of late. Over the last 3 months, Stevens ranks 9th in total strokes gained in this field. He did play here again. This is his second year on tour, so he did play here last year. He did miss the cut, but coming into that tournament, he didn't have one top 30 finish in 10 previous starts going into that week. So he just clearly was a different player then. He wasn't playing any sort of consistent golf. He is now, so I don't put any worry or emphasis into last year's finish at all. I think this is just a completely new player, a guy that's kind of dialed in, seeing the golf course, seeing his shot shape well right now. So I think that alone, that confidence, and in a field like this, again, coming off a very, very good week again last week, I just love his chance to get into the top 20. He's 2-1 to finish top 20. I think that's a really good price on somebody that's been playing as consistent as, honestly, the top of this leaderboard, and more consistent than Jordan Spieth, who you mentioned at, what is his price, under 20-1 to win the dang thing. So, yeah, I like Sam Stevens as a guy that's under the radar, who's been putting up the results, and I think can have a good week again to at least catch top 20 ticket.